You are standing at the service counter of a tire shop, staring at a quote that looks more like a mortgage payment than a set of rubber hoops. The salesman insists that if you don't shell out for the big-name premium brands, you are compromising your family's safety and your car's performance. It feels like a high-stakes trap where the only exit is emptying your savings account for a logo you will barely see once it's covered in road grime. You have been conditioned to believe that price equals protection, but the reality is that you are often paying for massive marketing budgets and racing sponsorships rather than superior chemical compounds. It is time to stop the bleeding and realize that the mid-tier market has evolved to a point where the value brands are frequently matching or even exceeding the performance metrics of the industry titans. This guide will dismantle the myth of the premium-only safety net and hand you a specific list of alternatives that deliver elite grip, longevity, and comfort for hundreds of dollars less. If you pay attention to the details, especially our top-ranked entry, you will never look at a tire sidewall the same way again. Brand number 9. Hankook. You notice your steering feels a bit numb during morning commutes, and those rainy highway on-ramps are starting to feel like a game of chance. Most drivers assume the only way to get back that factory-fresh, glued-to-the-road feeling is to buy the same expensive tires the dealership recommends. The truth is that the industry has a massive middle ground where companies like Hankook have poured billions into research and development to compete directly with the household names. They have managed to bridge the gap by focusing on high silica compounds that provide exceptional wet weather braking without the staggering price tag associated with the big M or G brands. To make the switch, look specifically at their flagship all-season lines and compare the Uniform Tire Quality Grading (UTQG) ratings against the premium model you were considering. You will likely find that the traction and temperature scores are identical, yet the price per tire is 30 to 40% lower. Don't let the lack of a century-old American nameplate scare you off. These are original equipment on many luxury German vehicles now. Once they are balanced and mounted, you will immediately notice a quieter cabin and a sharper response in the corners, proving that you kept the performance while keeping your cash. This shift in perspective is just the beginning of how much you can actually save on maintenance. Brand number 8. Toyo tires. You are cruising down the highway at 70 miles per hour and realize you are practically shouting to hold a conversation over the constant drone of your tires. This excessive road noise is often the first sign of a tire that has sacrificed refinement for a cheaper construction, leading many to believe that only a $1,000 set of premiums can offer a luxury ride. In reality, the villain here is the outdated tread design found on many entry-level big brand tires that people buy just for the name. Toyo has carved out a massive following by engineering advanced pitch variation patterns that cancel out road harmonics, offering a whisper-quiet experience that rivals the most expensive tires on the market. To upgrade, identify your specific driving needs, whether it is a sporty sedan or a heavy SUV, and check the Toyo catalog for their specific silent wall technology. You should verify the load index matches your vehicle's requirements, a simple step that ensures you aren't overworking the sidewalls. Many people fear that a performance-oriented brand like this will wear out in a single season, but their modern all-season compounds are now rated for 60 to 75,000 miles. The payoff is a ride that feels significantly more expensive than it actually was, giving you that premium floating sensation without the buyer's remorse. If you think quiet comfort is impressive, wait until you see how the next brand handles the actual physics of a wet road. If you're ready to stop overpaying for brand names and want more insider secrets to beating the brand tax, hit that subscribe button. Drop your car's make and model in the comments, and I'll help you find the best value to performance match for your specific ride. Brand number 7. Nankang. You hit a patch of standing water on the highway and feel that terrifying momentary loss of control as your tires struggle to find the pavement. Most drivers think they need to pay a safety tax by buying the most expensive brand available to prevent hydroplaning. The reality is that many established global manufacturers like Nankang have spent decades perfecting water evacuation channels that perform just as well as the premium names. The hidden villain is the marketing department that tells you a higher price tag is the only thing keeping you on the road, when in fact, It's the tread depth and groove geometry that do the heavy lifting. To get the most out of this brand, check the traction rating on the sidewall. You're looking for an AA or A grade to ensure maximum wet weather performance. You can find these for nearly half the price of a Goodyear equivalent, and despite the lower cost, they often feature reinforced sidewalls that improve cornering stability. Don't worry about them being an import brand. They meet the same rigorous DOT safety standards as any domestic tire. The payoff is a car that feels planted and confident even in a downpour, leaving you with a fatter wallet and the peace of mind that you didn't compromise on safety. As we move down the list, you'll find that some brands specialize in providing this same level of reliability for even heavier vehicles. Brand number 6. Kumho. You notice your SUV or crossover feels sluggish and heavy when merging, and your fuel economy has taken a mysterious dip. Many drivers blame the vehicle's age, but the culprit is often a set of high rolling resistance tires that require more energy to move. The soft villain in this scenario is the premium tire manufacturer that prioritizes brand prestige over the specific fuel efficiency needs of a daily commuter. Kumho has mastered the art of low rolling resistance technology, creating compounds that glide easier on the asphalt while maintaining a firm grip, essentially giving your car a boost in efficiency for a fraction of the cost. To maximize your savings, look for the Kumho line specifically designated for fuel economy, and check that the tire pressure is set to your door placard's exact specifications. You don't need specialized tools or a mechanic's degree to realize that these tires often come with 60,000-mile warranties, rivaling those of brands that cost twice as much. A common objection is that value tires are louder, but Kumho's specialized tread blocks are designed to break up sound waves before they reach your cabin. The immediate payoff is fewer trips to the gas station and a smoother acceleration curve that makes your daily drive feel effortless. If you think fuel savings are a win, wait until you see the brand that brings high-performance racing tech to your budget-friendly sedan. Brand number 5. Achilles. You are taking a sharp curve on a dry back road and feel your car plowing forward rather than carving the line, making your daily driver feel clumsy and unresponsive. Most enthusiasts believe that sticky tires, the kind that make your car feel like it's on rails, are a luxury reserved for those who can drop over $1, $200 on a set of Pilot Sports. This performance gap is a myth maintained by industry incentives that push high-margin, ultra-high performance labels on average consumers. Achilles has disrupted this by focusing on stiff center ribs and shoulder blocks that provide high-speed stability and crisp turn-in response without the premium price markup. To get this result, look for their performance-oriented tread patterns and verify the Y or W speed rating, which indicates the tire's ability to handle heat and stress. You can easily find these at major online retailers for a price that allows you to replace all 4 tires for what you'd normally pay for 2 of the big names. People often fear these will wear out in 10,000 miles, but their modern heat-resistant compounds are built for the heat of North American summers. The immediate payoff is a car that feels 5 years younger and significantly more agile, proving you don't need a massive budget to enjoy your drive. If you think this level of grip is impressive for the street, wait until you see the brands that dominate the dirt for less. Brand number 4. Atturo. You're staring at a rugged set of off-road tires for your truck or Jeep, but the price tag is more than a monthly mortgage payment. The villain here is the prestige pricing of heritage off-road brands that rely on their 50-year history to justify charging a massive premium for rubber that mostly sees suburban pavement. Atturo has become the insider secret for truck owners because they provide the aggressive, deep lug aesthetic and 3-ply sidewall protection required for rocky trails without the punishing, big brand markup. They focus on the high-stress areas that actually matter for durability, like stone ejectors and reinforced shoulders, rather than expensive Super Bowl commercials. To get the most out of these, check your wheel clearance and look for their Trail Blade series, which often features tread patterns inspired by specialty knife blades for better biting edges. You might worry that these muds will howl like a jet engine on the highway, but their clever staggered block design keeps the road noise surprisingly manageable for a heavy-duty tire. tire. By choosing these, you save enough on the set to fund an entire weekend camping trip, and you'll find they hold their balance just as well as tires costing double. The payoff is a truck that looks and acts the part of an off-road beast while maintaining a smooth, reliable ride to work on Monday. But if you aren't hitting the trails and just need a rock-solid commuter, the next brand is the king of the hidden domestic market. Brand number 3. Mastercraft. You are sitting in a waiting room being told that the only way to ensure your family is safe in the snow is to buy a brand that costs $200 per corner. This high-pressure sales tactic relies on your lack of knowledge about who actually makes the rubber under your car. Mastercraft is the ultimate insider brand because it is actually owned and manufactured by a major American tire giant, using nearly identical molds and testing facilities as its more expensive siblings. The villain, in this case, is the branding department that slaps a different label on the same high-quality carcass just to justify a tiered pricing strategy that drains your bank account. To take advantage of this, ask your local installer for their Mastercraft equivalent to the top-tier all-season models. You should check the manufacturing date code, a 4-digit number on the sidewall, to ensure you are getting fresh rubber, which is a simple way to guarantee maximum pliability and grip. Some fear that secondary brands use inferior materials, but these tires often carry 50,000 to 80,000 mile warranties that prove the company's confidence in their durability. The payoff is a set of tires that performs with boring reliability in every weather condition, while saving you enough to cover your next 2 oil changes. While these are great for the average driver, the next brand group is for the shopper who wants the absolute floor on price without hitting the floor on quality. Brand number 2, Cooper & General. You are looking at your balding tires and realize the budget is tight, but you are terrified of buying those no-name brands that sound like they were generated by a random word bot. This fear keeps you trapped in the cycle of buying entry-level tires from the big manufacturers, which are often their worst-performing products sold at a brand name premium. Cooper & General represent the heavyweights of the value tier, offering deep-rooted American engineering and massive production scales that keep costs low while maintaining high-quality control. They act as the perfect shield against planned obsolescence because their business model depends on repeat customers who want a reliable, high-mileage tire for a fair price. To pull the trigger on these, look for the General Altimax or Cooper Evolution lines and compare their wet-braking distances to the industry leaders. You will often find they stop within just a few feet of the expensive stuff. You might think these bargain tires won't handle well in the slush, but both brands are famous for aggressive siping, those tiny slits in the rubber that grab onto snow and ice. By choosing these, you get a tire backed by a massive service network across North America, meaning your warranty is actually worth the paper it's printed on. The payoff is a predictable, safe, and long-lasting set of shoes for your car that leaves you with zero cheap tire anxiety. Now, prepare yourself for the number 1 spot, a brand that is currently out-engineering the Titans while staying completely under the radar. Brand number 1, Sailun. You are looking at a tire that looks identical to a $250 premium model, but the price tag is under $100, and your instinct tells you it must be too good to be true. This skepticism is exactly what the big brands count on to maintain their monopoly on your wallet, keeping you trapped in a cycle of overpaying for a logo. Sailun has become the ultimate industry disruptor by investing in liquid phase mixing, a high-tech manufacturing process that creates a more uniform rubber compound than even some of the most famous European brands. The soft villain here is the outdated belief that a lower price point always equals a dangerous shortcut, when in reality, it often just means a leaner company with zero fluff and maximum engineering focus. To secure this massive win for your car, look for the Sailun Atturo or Terramax lines and verify their UTQG ratings, which frequently show A grades for both traction and temperature. You can perform a simple fingernail test on the tread blocks to feel the surprisingly high-quality, pliable grip of their modern silica-enhanced rubber. A common objection is that these are throwaway tires, but independent testing and thousands of high-mileage taxi and fleet drivers in North America have proven they can easily last 50,000 miles or more. The immediate payoff is a set of 4 tires for the price of 1 or 2 premiums, providing a smooth, stable, and incredibly quiet ride that makes you wonder why you ever paid the brand tax in the first place. This is the smartest way to reclaim your maintenance budget without ever sacrificing the safety of the people inside your vehicle. By stepping away from the marketing hype and focusing on the actual engineering, you have just unlocked a way to save thousands of dollars over the life of your vehicle. Remember, the #1 value lies in brands like Sailun that prioritize manufacturing innovation over massive advertising budgets. You now have the insider knowledge to walk into any tire shop and demand the performance you deserve at a price that makes sense. Take control of your car's maintenance today by checking the prices of these 9 brands against your current quote. If you're ready to stop overpaying for brand names and want more secrets to beating the brand tax, hit that subscribe button and like this video to help other drivers save. Drop your car's make and model in the comments, and I'll help you find the best value to performance match for your specific ride.